Hey everyone, really glad to be able to introduce you to Dori, the trusty steed that is going to take us all the way through to Mongolia. She's a 2003 Suzuki Wagon R+, 1.3 litre engine, probably makes a few horsepower here or there. But most importantly, she really embodies the spirit of the rally. The Mongol rally is all about buying, small, cheap car and drive it across terrain that it definitely wasn't built for. I think this car is going to see some crazy shit as we go along. I bought it off a really lovely couple, Danny and Ella. They had it set up as a micro camper and they converted it back. They put the back seats and all that back in. She's already seen some adventure, so I'm really keen for her to see some more adventure. I'm calling her Dori because, my car back home is named Nemo, and it just seems poetic for now me to drive Dori all the way across Europe and Central Asia. And, Dori gets a little bit lost at times, but ultimately makes it in the end, and she makes it the whole way and is someone, hopefully, that we can all rely on. So some of the complications that I've come across already, not so much with the car, but rather with the UK insurance systems. I was actually getting quotes that were upwards of £6,000, £7,000, £8,000 per year. Given that I only bought this car for £1,000, that just really wasn't making sense to me. And so I was sort of exploring a few other options and ended up getting a reasonably priced policy in the end. So we are now safely on the road and insured. The other complication is sort of self-imposed because I am not a great manual driver. The first time I drove a manual anything was when I drove a manual tuk-tuk across India with a couple of mates. And the second time I drove a manual anything was when I drove my sister-in-law's car in Wollongong for about 20 minutes, and this was only a few weeks ago. This was in practice coming here. And so this is really only my third time driving manual, and you could call it a bit of a trial by fire. I've only installed like 3 times.